Hey everyone, I'm Raquel Harris, and you're watching AFTERBUZZ TV Spotlight On. And tonight we're talking all things the mayor with Bernard David Jones. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, did you like it?
Hey,
This is a surprise. Hey. What's up, everybody? You guys are watching Spotlight On, and tonight our spotlight is being shined on Bernard David Jones. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Listen, you got the song going.
I'm telling you.
Where'd y'all find this song?
Listen, we find it because we're journalists and we do our job, okay?
This is actually a fun song to do.
I know.
It was
I
good.
love it. I was like, this is like the ghouls, goblins.
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah.
like, okay. Yes. And listen, y'all, I have been searching through his Instagram like all week, these last 2 weeks, trying to get this interview cracking, and I'm so happy to be here. How do
I'm
you
happy.
feel?
Man, I'm so happy to be here. Like, I've seen these interviews. I'm like, man, that's cool with the little buzz, little emblem in the back. And I'm just happy to be here. Thank you
That's
so much for having me.
awesome. Yeah, of course. So, it's been amazing. The mayor's been a great show. I love the political, social movements that you guys have been making.
Yeah.
So how has it been?
It's been amazing. I mean, like just a year ago, I was just like, man, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm sitting on my couch trying to figure it out, and the difference a year makes, and to be able to be introduced to the world on a show like this is like an actor's dream.
Absolutely. And you played Jermaine. I cannot pronounce his last name.
LaForge.
LaForge. Because I'm like, I stared at this name for so long, and I'm like,
LaForge.
okay.
LaForge.
And if you guys don't know, it's about a guy who's a rapper, and he's trying to build up his street cred, his respect,
his following
by running for his city's mayor, or to be the mayor of his city. But he ends up winning,
right?
And so now he's trying to like figure out how to like make laws, and
like
everything.
how to run a city that he absolutely loves. So.
Yeah, absolutely, which is, and we're gonna get to it.
Okay,
but
all
before
right.
you guys, if you guys have
jumping the
not
gun.
seen it and you haven't heard of it, we're gonna have fun, y'all.
Oh,
Listen,
get ready.
Get ready,
and
get ready for this clip because it's coming up right now. If you have not seen the mayor, check it out. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, look.
Let it
looking good.
Look.
Title to his playlist, candidate for mayor.
So yeah, it turns out it's super easy to run for local office. Step 1, get 200 signatures. Step 2, don't be a felon. And I don't go to trial till next year. I'm just playing, Ma. I love you.
In the name of Jehovah, why are you doing this?
You know, when I was your age, there wasn't all this trash here. Me and my boys, we would come here to freestyle. I know I'm a good rap, but nobody's ever even heard of me. Just you watch. This campaign is gonna change all of that.
If you want to get discovered, just do it the old-fashioned way, waiting for a nice old Jewish man to give you his business card.
Brittany Rose's entire campaign is a stunt. Voters won't fall for that. Not in America.
Here we are, big debate.
I'm proud to have led the effort to restore the city commons, which is now
Hold up. Have you actually ever been there? I mean, there is so much trash. Bravo gave it a second season. Don't tell us about our reality, because we live our reality every day.
That's right.
Courtney Rose, out. Peace.
My mixtape is getting some crazy love.
What's happening?
It appears as if Courtney Rose is mayor of Fort Gregg.
What happened?
You the mayor.
Well.
And so, how do you? I mean, it's amazing. Was it weird when you found out that you got the role?
It wasn't weird. Well, actually, it was quite funny because I flew to Atlanta with a friend of mine who's afraid to fly, and I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. You know, I'll hold your hand, make sure you're all right. And I got there, and I knew when I landed that there was a possibility that ABC would want to see me again or want to try to figure some more stuff out. So my agent and my managers called me, and I was in the CVS in the magazine section, just flipping through pages, and they called me and they were just like, hey, we have some good news and some bad news, and I was like, okay, give me the bad news first. And so they were like, well, ABC doesn't want to see you again. And I was like, okay. And they were, because you booked it. And I was in the middle of the magazine aisle, like, Vogue's everywhere, Cosmopolitan's everywhere. It was crazy.
You had me. I'm literally all like sitting there waiting, like, what? Well, I don't understand. understand. What do you mean they don't want to see you?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, all right.
That's awesome. And like seriously, y'all, you played Mushu in Disney's Mulan.
Yes.
In the show, played Lil D in Andre 3000's Class of 3000,
Yes.
Milo on Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns and House of Pain. You originated the JB on Tweenagers.
Yep.
He's done everything. So
I'm trying, man.
Literally, but I'm sitting here like, okay, not Mushu though.
Mushu. That was great, man. To be Mushu at the Alliance Theater in their production of Mulan, it was great. I got to be like a huge, giant kind of puppet thing.
That's
and
awesome.
It was great.
So, and you've been in TV for so long. So how did you get the audition for the mayor?
So we do what's called a pilot season, and producers and writers would send you scripts, send your agent scripts, and they would send it out. And if there's a role for you, you audition for it. And when I got the mayor in my email, and I was like, man, this is great. Like on the page, it was funny. It had heart. It had meaning. It had purpose. Is something that I'm always looking for in projects that I do. And I was just like, man, I need to be a part of this. I don't know, get me in the room.
Right.
And so they were able to get me in the room, and I auditioned for Jermaine, and the casting director, she was like, yeah, why don't you try auditioning for TK? And I was like, all right. So then I went in and read for TK, and then the producer just like, thanks. And I was just like, man.
Really? It was just clean cut?
It was just like, thanks. Okay, great job. And I was like, man.
Did you feel like you had bombed
it? I felt like it wasn't going to happen. But then my manager, my agent was just like, you know what, let's get you back in the room for the initial role that they brought you in for, which was Jermaine. And so I went back in and had a work session and chemistry read with Marcel, and then boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when they had the chemistry read, that was the first time that you met Marcel.
That was the first time I met Marcel. Yeah.
And what was that like?
It was great because it was like 4 of us, so it was 2 TKs and 2 Jermaines, and so they paired us together, and they would swap us out and see who had chemistry.
Okay.
And instantly, Marcel and I we looked at each other and we said, let's go.
So no one had their roles solidified at that point?
No,
really?
at that point, no, because you're still. They're still trying to see who has chemistry, who looks good together, who works well together, and so.
And you said that's me.
I was like, look,
I can look good with whoever.
I'm here. What's up? I'm here. ABC. What's up?
Right.
And I remember afterwards saying to Marcel, I was like, yo, I think we got it. I think we got it. He was like, okay, all right.
That's awesome.
And here we are.
And there you go. And so just to piggyback, because I want to go from how you got to where you are now. You are born and raised in Jersey.
Yes, Patterson, New Jersey. Woo woo.
But you rep Atlanta.
I do rep Atlanta because I feel like I haven't lived in New Jersey since I was 18. And so once I went to Morehouse College, I graduated from there, and I stayed there for so long. It just felt like that's where I became a man. So Atlanta has like a very special place in my heart, and
you
it
became
always
a Kappa
will.
man.
I became a Kappa man. Actually, I pledged out here.
Oh, you pledged out here? Did you? Okay, that's interesting.
I know, a little twist right there.
I know. I was like, oh, okay, because we had to bring up the Greek tip.
You know we did.
Yes.
You know we did.
I mean, pretty people, we stick together.
Come on,
so,
pretty boys love pretty girls.
AK. You listen.
Alpha Psi, come on.
But I had to dig some deep in.
I dig deep. Did you get some dirt?
Within your Instagram, yes.
Okay.
So your dad is a Q.
He is. It's
what
so
was
crazy.
That like, though?
So my dad is a Q, and my brother is also a Q.
Yes.
So it was very interesting. My dad was like, you always was the rebel.
I was gonna say, because like my mom's an AKA, my dad's a Kappa, my sister's an AKA, like there was no other way. Period.
It's so funny because once I crossed, they sent me, like my brother sent me this T-shirt that was like 4XL. He was like, you like your dress? I was like, okay, I see where this is going. I see where this is going. But no, he's cool. Like he always like, yeah, but you chose the wrong thing. You went the wrong way.
My dad was like, not my dad, but my mom. She was like, no, ma'am.
You
Sorry.
are coming in here with pink and green, and your Ivies better be strong.
20
That's
pearls.
all I'm saying.
No more, no less. Period. So, and I also read that you grew up in the church, singing and acting. So, did that play a huge part in, like, when did you know you were destined to be an actor or someone of the arts?
I always knew that I wanted to be a performer.
Yeah.
So being in church and singing in the choir just always felt natural to me. I always gravitated towards being, in shows at church or wanting to do the lead. Hey, who wants to do the lead? I do, And I had a mom that was very supportive and very much like, hey, whatever you want to do, let's do it. You want to be a gymnast? Okay, cool. You want to sing? All right, fine. You want to act?
Important.
Hey, oh, for sure. And once because she passed away when I was 11, and so I went to live with my grandmother, who kind of picked up the torch and was like, whatever you want to do. You want to be a weird kid that goes to drama school? Cool.
Yeah.
You know, and so just having that strong family was essential to me becoming who I am today.
Absolutely, because I feel like that's one of the hardest things when you're an artist, or when you are one artist amongst so many people who may not necessarily not be an artist, but they don't want to pursue it.
Right.
It's always difficult when you're trying to convey how passionate you are.
Yeah, and that's like something that me and my dad kind of like went back and forth with, because he didn't understand why I wanted to do this weird thing that that wasn't like, is it going to be able to sustain you? Like, I don't understand. Get a job.
It's all money.
Right.
Yeah.
But it took him seeing what I love to do and being in the atmosphere and seeing how happy it made me, and he was just like, okay, I get it.
So when did you move to LA?
I moved to LA in 2013.
Okay.
So I've been here for almost 5 years. Time flies.
Okay, and this heat is flying up
Look,
too.
why is it 108 degrees outside?
And it's October.
It's October.
Listen, we gotta send it up to a letter to somebody.
Look, and we were filming today, and we were outside all day today. I had a jacket on. I was just why is the devil breathing so hard today? What is going on? I've been up since 4 o'clock, 4 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So is that when taping starts?
I gotta get up at 4, get ready, and then get to set sometimes like 5:30, something like that, and then hair and makeup, and then boom.
Okay. And
2 scenes in, I'm like, it's only 9:30.
Wow. Okay. Because I mean, and I would imagine that, but you guys have Bomb Crafty, don't you?
Oh, it's so good. Like, shout out to Amy. Amy, if you're watching, who does our crafty, she's amazing.
Okay, because all the munchies.
All the munchies.
Period.
All of it. I mean, she even got me like my special apple juice that I like.
Is that what you need before you go on?
Yeah, I like to have my apple juice.
So what apple juice? What brand?
It's Martinelli's. So Martinelli's, if you want to send a case to my publicist, that would be amazing.
But I've never even heard of Martinelli's.
Yeah, it's like, have you seen the little bottles? They're like very small, little round glass bottles, and they have like a little head on the top of it. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, if you go to Coffee Bean, they sell it for like $6. Which I don't understand, Coffee Bean.
See, Bernard is expensive, y'all. Okay, Bernard got money.
I'm new. I just got new. I'm a new man now. No,
you said, look, I'm leaving all that behind.
I'm a new man. I get $6. I get $6 apple juices.
You said I don't know what Minute Maid is.
What?
What are you talking about?
What is that? Kroger brand? Ralph's? What?
I can't. So tell me, first I want to highlight your fashion.
Oh,
you came in killing too.
Oh, thank you. You
know, and you love to model a lot of different. How do I describe this? A lot of people who are, I guess, giving you fashions to model.
Yeah.
So I wanted to highlight you guys. He has this bomb African continent bag. If we can pull that up.
Pull it up. Oh, that's a frog.
It's, we got everything, okay? Time Warner, okay?
I love it.
But no, yeah, it's amazing, and I had to grab
look
that.
At it.
Origin Culture.
Oh, so good.
I loved it. Loved it. It was amazing. And how big was it? Like
it's actually not that big. It's about this big, but the costume designer on our show, she was like, "Hey, would you mind, checking out this bag or whatever?" And I was like, "Okay, let me check it out." She pulled it out. I said, "Ma'am, do I mind?
Okay.
Can I have 3?
Right. Can I send them? Can I have one just in case?
I need like 5.
Yeah.
I could wear one with every outfit.
Real on the show.
On the show.
Okay.
But I can't wait to wear this on a red carpet. I think that Origin Culture, I mean, shout out to y'all. They're on Instagram. Check them out. It's just a great bag.
Do you consider yourself a fashionista?
I don't know. I mean, I like to,
I think you're pretty swaggy.
Oh, thank you.
And you're a Cabman, so
there's a certain level of swag that
that you gotta have to be.
I can't be stepping out.
Okay.
Because I got brothers looking.
You said I'm clean.
I'm clean always with a big OK.
You have me weak. So back into the mayor. So when when did you first start auditioning, and how was that? Was it overwhelming when you first started to audition?
For the mayor?
Just in general as an actor.
I always say like auditioning is its own art form. So the idea is to go into the audition and win the room, not necessarily win the role. You hope you get the role, but you want to create a reputation of, you know, being a good actor, being professional, and so you want to win over the casting director who will keep bringing you in and keep bringing you in, and especially if they believe in you, they're going to fight for you. So just having to audition, I mean, most of our job is auditioning. Like, we audition more than we work.
No, okay. No, I've never heard that before, but I totally agree.
You audition more than you work. I mean, pilot season, you're auditioning constantly and hoping to just get one role. Yeah. You know, so, and I also do theater, so it's like going to the theater audition. So, I mean, you kind of build the muscle for auditioning. Absolutely. It's its own separate art form because it's the most unnatural thing to do for an actor is to get into a room and you're probably reading with somebody that's not an actor. Right. And so you're expected to create this character and have nuances and all of these things in like a room with a chair. And so it's the most unnatural thing, but it sharpens you so that when you get on set, it's like, okay, I can do this. And now I got an actor, I can do this. You know.
So, and do you feel more confident now that you go into auditions, or is it still nerve-wracking?
It's still nerve-wracking, but I definitely feel more confident, you know, and I think that started before actually doing the mayor because you have to just make that decision before you walk in like, yo, I'm it. If you don't cast me, that's cool. You're going to miss out on all this goodness, all this melanin, all this chocolatey goodness. And that's fine if you want to miss out on it.
Because you didn't know.
Because you ain't know. Because you ain't know.
And I could have let
you
know.
So I feel bad for you.
Listen, you got send them an email.
Send them, you know.
Listen.
But that's kind of the mentality that you kind of have to adopt because you hear no so often. And most of the time it's not even, you know, about you, the person, it's you, the product. So if your product is not what they're buying, it's just not what they're buying.
Ooh, okay. So a lot of people always say that when you're in LA, you have to have a strong family unit or friend unit. Do you have a strong unit
absolutely. I call them my tribe. Like, you got to find your tribe. And I have some amazing friends that will look at me now and be like, you broke. You ain't got no money. Come on. I'm buying a drink. So, you know, just to kind of like keep things in perspective for you and keep you grounded and keep you humble because Hollywood can really inflate some things.
It can tear you apart, spit you back out, then eat you back up again, and then just be like, I don't really feel like tasting you no more.
Right, exactly. And it's just so important to have people that will genuinely be there for you, be your friend, that will give you good advice because, you know, you have your yes men having you doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
Absolutely.
So it's good to have that tribe is what I like to call it. I have one friend that just be like, look, that sucked. Get it together. And I'm like, well, okay,
but
yes,
you need
you're
those
right.
friends. You really need those friends. There's one person that I go to all the time where it's like, no, tell me how did I do? Tell me how I did. I don't want someone to sugarcoat it because then I'm not going to get better.
Right.
And that's you know.
And you want your friends to push you. You know?
Absolutely, and not be jealous. No, that's the ones that's jealous.
Right,
is they don't let you know what's going on, so they're like, oh well, whatever.
That's when you gotta start trimming the tree.
Okay.
Trim that.
Get it.
You gotta go.
Control Alt Delete.
All day. So backspace.
Okay. Okay. So who was the first person you told when you got Jermaine?
I called my dad and I was like, Dad, oh my goodness, I got the part. He was like, okay, cool. And I was like, you know what? You are the worst person to call. Goodbye.
Okay.
And so then I called one of my friends and we just had a moment. But that's just my dad. And I knew he was happy for me. He was like, well, I expected you to get it. It's his attitude. Just like when I was growing up. I'd be like, Daddy, I got straight A's. Cool.
It's crazy.
I expect you to do that.
My dad's the same way. That's crazy that you, because it makes me feel a lot better. Because I'm like, Dad, I need you to, can you feel something for me?
But you know what it did though? It taught me that I didn't need validation from anybody else. Like if I was happy with what I did,
and it pumps you harder.
Yeah, for sure. So I think there was a method to his madness.
Oh yeah.
And that, you know, when I was little, I was like, whatever. I want the $10 like every other kid gets for A's.
Okay, but then you're like, I got my own $10.
Okay.
Plus 1,000.
There you go.
There you go.
And so yeah, it was my daddy.
Yeah. So who was your friend out of your tribe? Who did you tell?
I told my friend Sharisa. She's gonna be like, "Why are you saying my name on TV on the YouTube?"
Why?
No, it's funny. She's so private, but she is my rock. She is the person that will tell me, like, "Yo, you need to get it together. Yo, you in these streets acting up.
That's awesome.
Get it together." And we do the same for each other. I'm like, girl, you need to come on now, you know. And I think the thing is that we respect each other so much. So I know that she's not telling me anything to hurt me. Her main goal is to always edify me and uplift me and make me better. So
absolutely. So tell me what your first day on set was as Jermaine.
First day on set, the pilot. Oh man, I was so nervous.
Were you?
I was so nervous because we have Yvette Nicole Brown. Come on. Like, AKA ski weeding all over the place.
Listen, first and finest, always and forever.
And so like, to be in the presence of someone that you've seen growing up and you know the pedigree is ridiculous, and to be on set with her, and then Leah Michelle want to walk through with her glee self, and you're like, oh my goodness, these two heavyweights, and then you got Brandon Michael Hall, who is an amazing actor trained at Juilliard, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, and then you have Marcel Spears, who is a comedic genius trained at Columbia, and then, you know, I'm walking in with my Morehouse degree, you know, in acting.
But that's okay.
And it was amazing. It was, I was just nervous because I really just wanted to do a great job. I wanted to do the script justice, but as soon as we started, it was like, oh, come on, we family. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, we are here. We're doing this thing that we love, that we think is important for our community, that we think is important for our nation.
Absolutely.
And so all of that went out the window.
No, and I actually, that can lead us into the picture that I wanted to have, because you guys all kneeled when you guys were on the red carpet, and the mayor highlights a lot of political issues, and I'm so happy that it does, because, and you brought that up in our intro about how a lot of politicians don't even care about the city that they're trying to represent, and I feel that very strongly, and that's why I love the show. If you guys see the cast, as well as Blackish,
and
we
Kevin,
have everybody,
and Kevin probably saves the world.
Everyone is together, and I think that that's so important. I want to know what you think about kneeling and Kaepernick's take on it, because this is your Capper brother.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like we have the right to do what we want when it comes to protest. Like, no one should be able to tell us how to protest or what to protest. It is our right to do so. And look, I'm with Cap. I'm like, yo, don't spin this from what it actually is about. It is not about disrespecting the flag. It's not any of that. We all love America. We here. You know? It is about the issue of Black men are being shot and killed. Black women are being taken out at alarming rates.
Yeah, at a disproportionate rate.
And it's like, are we supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, okay.
That's what they want us to do.
That happened. But no, absolutely not. And I mean, I'm very vocal about that on my Twitter. I'm very vocal about that on my Instagram. I do not hide that because I think it's important when you get a platform to be able to speak out about things that you feel the need to speak out against, then you should do it. And I think that Cap is using his platform to protest something that is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and for him to be blackballed and looked bad upon, it's just it's hurtful.
Yeah.
Because literally you're telling this man, because you are protesting, we're gonna blackball you, but you're protesting for us to have the same rights, for us to have the same value as our counterparts. It's like, why would you hurt this man for that?
Yeah.
So I'm with Cap
all the way, and
clearly, and just to talk about the t-shirts too, I mean, at this time, like, we decided to put out this message because women were being so disrespected in the media now, and we have all these things going on with women, and we were just like, yo, we need to do something to let women know that we love them, that we respect them, that they should be protected, and
absolutely.
And you know, we just took that time to do that.
And a lot of people don't. I know we pay, especially in the Black community, we pay attention to Black men that are being harmed, but a lot of people do not pay attention to Black women as well. I think it's heartbreaking because, like you said, with Kaepernick, he's using his platform to speak out on a message that needs to be told, and otherwise would not be told, because no matter what we do, I feel like people just get upset.
Right.
So it's like, you know, what other ways he's supposed to do it?
I'd rather you get upset with me doing something that I absolutely believe in, that I think is right.
Absolutely.
You can get upset if you want to, that's fine. But I'm going to do what I want to do for the reasons that I feel
I should.
You know, I should, exactly. And
so did you know that the mayor was going to be as political as it was before you came in?
I mean, that was part of the draw, you know, like in the way that, because our show is not like overly political. We're not like beating you in the head with politics, but we are addressing issues from, you know, our lens. And I think it's important because, one, we're doing it with comedy, you know, and it's fun and people can come there and they can laugh and it's relatable. It has heart, but it's funny, you know, it's a good time. But we're also kind of teaching you a civic lesson. You know, we're teaching you how local government works.
Right.
And so I think that's important for people to see.
And I wanted in where he was in a debate with the councilman, and he was saying, you know, I know what my city needs. Do you feel like there are politicians out right now? Obviously, we could think of a few. Do you feel like there? Right? Who? Exactly. Who? Actually, who? But do you feel like there are politicians that are in the place of power that don't know how to use the power to the best of their ability for the city?
I think so. I think there are cities that have politicians who are there to collect that good old check or get whatever recognition they want. But I also think there are people out there who are really, really trying. And I feel like we're not highlighting those people enough. We're not talking about the people who are actually like the mayor of Puerto Rico. I forget what city. She was in the water with her constituents, walking and treading through this water to help her constituents. And I think that should be highlighted.
Yes.
And not torn down or talked bad about or tweeted about.
Right. Okay. Or just bringing up an entire story that has nothing to do with positive things that are going on in the world. Yeah, it's weird how we thrive off of negativity more than we do positivity.
Because misery loves company, boy. Misery loves it.
Yes. So back to Jermaine. I always have to ask people, do you feel like you relate to your character in any way?
Absolutely. I think the thing that I love about Jermaine is that he loves his friends and like he puts his friends first. His friends are his family. The family unit on our show is a little different, you know, than a normal a show. So we have a mom, Dina, played by Yvette Nicole Brown. Then we have Courtney, played by Brandon Michael Hall. And that's a single mom on television, a single black mother, right? And then you have these two guys who were also raised in that same house, you know, with Courtney. I mean, granted, they have their own parents, but you know how it is. You know, you got your friends that are always there.
Right.
And so, and I think that's such an important family unit to see on television because it lets people know, you know, you don't have to have the traditional nuclear family. You can have something just a little bit different and still have love and still have and heart and respect for each other. So I thought that was really great to see on television.
Do you ever, so when you're practicing your lines, do you, is it like, do you immediately go in, like, what's your prep?
I like to read. And before I memorize, I like to understand what's going on. So I'll read a scene and say, okay, this is what we're doing, cool. And then I can go back and start memorizing because I memorize based on circumstance and situation. Like, what am I doing? I'm getting up, so I'm probably saying this. Or I'm moving here, so I'm saying this. And that's just kind of my process. I like to just read it, and then understand what I'm doing in the scene.
Okay.
It helps me memorize.
Do you have a pump me up song? I always ask people this too.
A pump me up
My
song.
pump me up song is First Day Out by T Grizzly.
T Grizzly, okay. What is my pump? See,
it could be anything. Cause listen, First Day Out is a trap song.
It's a trap song. I love trap music.
See, I'm telling.
I know.
Like, how can you not
it's something
though?
out. You know,
Bad and Bougie?
I'm like rehab. Maybe I need to try it, but.
Maybe not, actually, because Cardi B, the number one people on my list.
I be trying. The Cardi B get on the thing talking about red bottoms, and I'm like, okay, and now I'm in it. I'm here.
Look, bloody shoes.
Bloody shoes.
I'm doing this for a reason.
I mean, I love it. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Like, what? Come on. I get it. I get it.
Listen, and people love to hate on, especially.
You make money moves. Yeah, you do.
I make money moves. You got to.
You got to.
Out here in this day and age, you have to. I think that's what I love about the millennials. We are so about the bag that we don't care about it. If you judge me, if you talk about me, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as I get my coin.
Right, and I'm
good. Period. Point blank.
Point blank. Period.
Absolutely. So I also wanted to talk about how. Oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna think about that.
Think about it. We'll table it.
Okay, we'll table it.
Table it. This is the table.
And we're putting it right there.
Right. Listen, you are my hype person, okay? Because I literally, there's only a select few of people that you meet in the world that can like piggyback off of you, and you're that person.
Okay,
so listen.
I'm here.
So I wanted to talk about Courtney. He's 27. And I think
See, there's a discrepancy about that. I think he may be 25.
Okay.
I think he's more like 25.
Okay, so 25.
25 to 27.
So with that age, I feel like there comes a lot of scrutiny when you're still living with your parents. Now, I don't personally, if my parents were living in LA, that's where I would be. Okay, no bills, no nothing. I'm good.
Daddy, I love you, but we could not live together.
Really?
No.
So, well, my question is, do you feel like, because I feel like that the show highlights that a little bit, where it's millennials are starting to stay with their parents a lot longer.
Yeah, for sure.
And do you feel like there's anything bad attached to that, or that it's sheltering a child?
I don't think so. I feel like you're grown enough to make your decision, and if you choose to live with your parents, then cool. Like, I mean, you have to also realize you're sacrificing a certain amount of privacy, or you can't do the things, you can't be a ratchet person in your room, you know, with your mom downstairs.
Unless you are like that.
Unless your mother's like, go baby, be ratchet. But I think it's just a personal, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And, you know, I think it's a choice. You make that choice and cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When did you move out?
I moved out when I was 18.
Really?
Yeah, because I went to college.
Right.
I went to school.
Well, okay, when you officially moved out. Because I could say I moved out at 18 too.
Yeah.
Did I?
But you ain't live with your parents?
But
I've never gone back.
Coin.
That's true. All right, so I didn't get off the coin until I was like, until I was able to get my first job, so like 22, something like that.
Okay, 22.
Yeah,
you better
look, I've been hustling.
You said, look.
I've been on these streets hustling. Bloody shoes.
Okay, listen.
Well, making money moves.
All day, every day, and it won't stop. So, okay, if you had kids, though, and they were 30.
Okay.
What would you say to them? Would you say, look?
It's interesting. My dad is going to kill me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like, up until my grandparents passed away, like, my dad and my uncle lived with them. Which is interesting. I was like, I don't think I could do that, but they lived with them. And that was just what they did.
But but a lot of people don't believe in their grandparents living with them. They think that's super, super weird. But a lot of families do it.
A lot of parents do.
And a lot of people have their friends over a lot. Like my family, no. My mom was like, look, you can go to their house. Right. But you can barely go to their house. Right. But, you know, you can come over, but they stay in for 2 hours and that's it. Whereas some people really have their family with them, or their friends with them all the time.
Right.
So.
I don't know. It's interesting because my family is kind of like that. Like, currently, my grandmother is staying with my cousin. So my cousin has her grandparents staying with her, and
that's beautiful.
It's just always been like that, especially in my family. It's huge. My grandmother had 13 kids, so I didn't really have friends. I had cousins who doubled as friends. Right. You know, so we had such a strong, close family. It just felt natural to be able to do that.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm not kicking my kids out. I probably won't. I don't think I would. I feel like.
Until they start coming in at 3 a.m., waking you up.
I would motivate
interrupting
them.
your stories.
Yeah, because it's not my stories. I'm still gonna be watching. What's the new show? There's a new show out. The Superstar Scary something.
What is the Superstar?
It's Safari in New York and a lot of people on. You know, but hey, I'm gonna.
That is the millennial like soap opera.
Reality
I didn't even think
TV.
about that.
But have you thought about how long New York has been on air?
She's been on for a minute.
She is the black reality TV star.
She's like one of the pioneers, I think. Yeah.
Did you watch The Real Life? Like the old. Well, do you watch The Real World?
I'm not I call it ratchet TV. Sorry.
It's okay. It is. That's
so I don't really watch it that much, but if it's on and I catch it, I can't turn away from it. It's like one of those things. So I don't know. I don't go seeking it. If it finds me, I will watch it and I'll stick with it for a little while.
No, I feel you on that. So into your artistry.
Yes.
Who did you watch growing up that inspired you?
Oh, man. Oh, there's so many people. Of course, you know, we got to start with our black royalty, like the Denzels and the Angela Bassetts and the Courtney B. Vances and then moving into the Viola Davises and then, you know, hitting them with the Meryl Streeps. And, I mean, I'm just inspired by actors who transform. Like, you know, I like to watch it and forget that you are Meryl Streep or forget that you're Viola Davis, or, you know, I like those type of actors. And that's kind of what inspires my acting, you know, influences my acting.
Would you ever be or consider to be a method actor?
Method is kind of, you know, that's a whole different
world
thing. I like my mental health. So I need to, you know, protect my mind, protect Bernard. You know, in school we learned it as the duality of the actor, understanding that you're still an actor, but you're playing a character. And I always, when I heard that in class, I was like, that's me. Because I don't want to be in the middle of a scene crying. We cut. I go home and I'm like, I think I'm still here.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't consider myself a method actor in that sense. Now, do I take my roles very seriously? Do I put the work in? Absolutely. I'm just not the guy that's going to walk around being the character 24/7. No.
I mean,
but it works for some people and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's just not my process.
Okay. Yeah. No, I totally, to me, I didn't understand or I didn't appreciate acting until I was in college. I took an acting class because I needed to get out of my comfort zone as a broadcaster. And I literally was like, wow, I could never be you, but shout out to you. I mean, seeing someone be able to drop their head and then come up and become someone totally new is like mind blowing.
But that is the thrill of it. I love it.
Okay.
If I'm watching somebody and they transform in front of me, I'm like, where's my shoe? Because I'm about to. You better act.
You better do it.
You better do. I just saw Head of Passes at CTG with Felicia Rashad.
Okay.
And when I tell you the way she tore it up, tore it down, and brought it all the way back around, I was like, I left inspired. I was like, this is why I love doing what I do, man. She just.
So who's your favorite person to watch?
On stage?
Okay, you can do on stage and in film.
I don't know. I like to pull from all types of people. Like all the people I named, I think that Sanaa Lathan is actually amazing on stage. Like I saw her in Meet Vera Stark, where I met Kim, who was on Kevin Probably Saves the World. She plays Yvette, and the two of them on stage. Emerald Dandridge was in it as well. She's on Greenleaf.
Okay.
And I saw the three of them, and I was like, whoa! I just didn't. I never saw Sanaa Lathan on stage, and I was blown away. So I mean, it's interesting.
So if you could play any actor, who would you play?
If I could play any, I would play James Baldwin, hands down.
Okay.
Hands down, James Baldwin.
Why?
So
where did that come from?
I mean, he's James Baldwin. His mind, the way he thought about black people during his time, the way he saw America, the way he saw the injustices, and how the way he spoke about it, and how prolific he was during his time. I was like, man, what an amazing. And he is a character. You know, if you watch his interviews and the way his mannerisms and his voice, and
he's
there's
a
lot
narrator voice.
Exactly, and there's a lot to kind of play with there as an actor, and I would love the opportunity to honor him.
That's amazing. Okay, so were you that kid like in your basement that was like acting like?
Oh, for sure. Like I'm still that kid. Like I'll be in my car driving, just I hate everything about you, and the people looking at me like, and I'm like, sorry, I'm working. You know, I will go into a full cry in my car. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
while I'm driving.
I don't know how anyone has. So you can make yourself cry?
I mean, it's a muscle memory thing. That's why I try to do it as often as possible, just to kind of get my body to remember what sadness feels like, or what emotion feels like, and that gets you. Like someone told me, make your body sad. Helps you cry.
So do you have to think about certain like?
See, I don't like that approach to like. Okay. I think like back to my mental health. I don't want to have to like sit there and be like, the day Brody dies, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to use technique to get myself and live in the moment. What I'm doing in the moment, than having to like try to think about something.
I feel you.
So if I'm in a heated situation, I like to play the truth in that. And instead of like, my dog died and my shoes are ugly.
Okay. They're not bloody no more.
They ain't bloody no more. My stack's gone. My teeth done fell out. Yeah.
So what has been the most fun part about taping The Mayor?
I have such an amazing cast, man, and crew. Like our cast and crew over there are fantastic. I get to go to work with some of the funniest people. It's a dream to go to work and to be challenged by the people you work with. Like that's the dream, and I have that. And they are funny. They are silly. We hang out outside of. Outside of work. Okay. We hang out and we have fun, and everybody is just enjoying themselves. They're loving their jobs, and it's a great place to work, and it's just fun. Marcel is ridiculously silly.
That's all. I think that's the best when you work with people that you like to work with. We
try to crack each other up. Leah can't hold it together. I'm sorry, Leah. I love you. But Leah will be like, And so the goal is to always crack Leah up.
So, and then Halloween's coming up. What are you being for Halloween?
So,
because you got to really act.
And you know, Marcel and I are hosting a show, and we get to dress up, and I think we're gonna be. It's fine.
You should. You have to give me the tea.
I gotta give you the good old Lipton. All right. I think we're gonna be the Good Burger Boys. So Keenan and Kel, home of the Good Burger. You know.
Welcome to Good Burger. Okay.
Can I take your order?
Look, and for the remake, this guy.
Come on.
Look, you'd have to sit with Kel.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
That would be.
You have to put the wig on and everything.
Gotta put the wig on. Gotta get the walk. You know.
Everything.
The way he used to like.
I know, right? He made his dreads just move. It was so petty.
Get the little hat.
So, and before we leave, I have to
we're leaving?
We are leaving, but that's okay because we have an artist lightning round of questions for you.
Oh, Lord.
So,
please, God, don't let me say anything inappropriate.
No, these are all about you as an artist and what inspires you.
Okay.
So, first question.
Yes.
If you could work with any other actress and actor, who would it be and why?
Absolutely Viola Davis. I feel like she would bring something out of me that I probably never knew existed. An actor, Sterling K. Brown.
Okay, second question. Who would you choose to play you in a biopic?
Idris Elba.
Why is that? I swear that's the go-to.
I mean, Idris. I mean, he chocolate. Everybody think he fine. I mean, I'm okay with he tall. You know, Idris, come on.
He got the accent.
He got the accent.
Cover up his accent, though.
What'd you say?
Cover up his accent.
He's good at it.
He is. He's amazing.
His American accent is really good.
I will trust me. I will go see your biopic if Idris.
Come on, Idris.
I will go see it. Period. But Idris is just that.
I say we make that happen.
Okay. Look, you heard it here first.
Idris.
Third question: What musical artist would you choose to do the soundtrack of your life?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh,
I think she would give it some.
We are
soul.
friends now.
I think she would give it some soul. Have a couple. Tank could probably guest on it. John Legend will probably guest on it. You know.
Got the whole album.
I got it. I mean, you know.
Album.
And then we're gonna get, a little Ratchet in there. Maybe Cardi could probably come by for a little quick little second. You know, maybe get Offset in there somewhere.
Ooh, I'm glad you said Offset though, because Offset, he is. If you have Cardi, you have to have Offset.
You gotta have him.
You do.
You know, you gotta throw a little Ratchet in there.
and then just break away.
And then let Jasmine bring it back.
Right.
With her classy Ratchet.
And then maybe do Jane Aiko, and then it
Janae
gets soft.
Look, man, Janae Aiko, dope.
That's.
She's dope, man.
She's it.
She's it.
If you met her in real life, what would you say to her?
I'm like, girl, you are killing it.
Okay.
Thank you for this. I'm in Alice. I'm in Wonderland. Where's the rabbit? He is late again. I love it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan.
Be out here.
Big Sean, don't hurt me.
But look, it's okay. It's fine. She'll be okay.
She'll be all right.
Fourth question.
Yes.
If you could play any Disney character in live action, who would it be?
Action Disney. Live. I've already done Mushu.
Right.
But that would have been a good. Ooh, I would love to be Donkey.
Okay.
From Shrek.
Okay. That's cool.
I would be Donkey.
So you like Eddie Murphy?
I do like Eddie Murphy.
Pretty much. That's what we got from
that's
that.
my cartoon go-to.
Right. Okay. But I mean, he does really well with.
Oh, look, man. Eddie Murphy and Dreamgirls. I don't understand why this man was not nominated for every award that he could be nominated for.
Yes.
He was fantastic.
Yeah. No, he was. And a lot of comedians do very well with dramatic roles, which is surprising. Like Jim Carrey, I forget what the movie was. I think it was like Door 4 something.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So I'm sure you'll be an amazing dramatic actor.
Look, I'm hoping so. Give me the opportunity.
Look, we gotta
let me look. Come on,
Lord.
ABC. How to Get Away with Murder?
Yes.
Come on. I could be Viola's long lost son that she had and didn't tell nobody, and then he comes back. I have it all written already.
Listen, we just got to put it into the works. Just pull down the blessings.
Put it into the ethos.
And then last question: What change did you have to make within yourself in order to be where you are today?
The change that I had to make within myself was to not care what other people thought about me, to appreciate who I am in the moment that I'm in. So Bernard today, maybe in 2 years, may be different. And I need to be able to be okay with who that Bernard is as he grows. So don't care what other people say. You're gonna talk about me anyway. So I'd rather focus on being in the moment and who I am and loving whoever Bernard is in that moment.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bernard.
Thank you. Is it over?
It is.
Can I introduce them to, come here, boy. Come here.
We have another co-host here.
Come here. Come here.
We have another co-host. His name is Brody. He's amazing.
Brody, say what's up.
Absolutely adorable.
Why you gotta make out? Just say hello.
How did you come up with Brody?
Brody, I just like the name. He's my little bro. He's my bro, you know. And I was like, Brody. Oh, Brody. There
Brody,
it is.
there you go. Well, thank you guys so much for checking in with us. This has been AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On with Bernard David Jones.
That's right.
It's been amazing.
Thank
you can
you.
find me. Yes, thank you.
This is fun.
No, okay, come back.
Fun.
We can do part 2.
We can do it again.
Listen, okay.
Go on, bro.
You can find me on all social media at Raquel Harris TV. And Bernard, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Bernard David Jones. You can find me on Twitter at Bernard D Jones, and you can find me on Facebook at Bernard David Jones.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. Woo!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.